Gonna wrap it up for September of 2022 with state of Washington's own immortal departed Little Willie John. The talent was real, starting back in the mid-50s. Came out with a series of songs that were all classics. A voice that you wouldn't believe. He was being played all over the Southland, even though he was a fella from Washington. Here's some of his records here. My love is. Hard to make this camera focus. I don't know what it's trying to focus on. It's got a mind of its own. But most favorite song that he did that I liked the best was called You Better Leave My Kitten Alone. And they were playing that on all the rock stations down in Montgomery, Alabama in the, 58 or 59, somewhere in there. I won't do it like him, but I'm going to give it my best shot for a man that's almost 80. You better leave my kitten alone. You better leave my kitten alone. 'Cause I love my little kitten just like your hound dog loves your bone. Don't you know my kitten is me? Don't you know my kitten is me? 'Cause I love my big fat kitten just like you love your new blue jeans. Mr. Dog, I'm gonna hit you on the top of your head. Some fat gal's gonna miss you and you wish that you were dead if you don't leave my kitten alone. 'Cause I love my little kitten just like you hound dog loves your bone. I asked some people about Little Willie John a few years back, maybe 10 or 15 years back, because once he stopped playing, I never heard much of him after the 1950s. He didn't hear any new records or anything come out, and a local music shop owner here in Olympia who's into all of this rock and roll and all the fairly unknown artists too, told me that Little Willie John was murdered in prison at Walla Walla, and he was a pretty reliable source because this fella had been in jail himself before, but I can't verify it. I hope my production manager, before it goes on YouTube and Facebook, can look it up and find out what became of this fine artist. I realized at one time artists disappear, like Little Richard Penniman from Macon, Georgia. He recorded a whole series of hits, rock and roll hits, through the late 50s, and then we didn't hear from him for about another 40 years, and then he came back and started doing commercials on TV and interviews and so forth, and found out he had quit rock and roll and decided to reform and became a minister for a while. So he died like a year and a half ago. He was born in 1934. I think he lived to be 87, Little Richard Penniman. But thanks for listening. If you like Little Willie John, I'm sure he's on somebody's YouTube channel or Google or somewhere you can Google him up and listen to some of these records. He's a real great artist, or was. Thank you.